Hi there, my name's Martin Yate. I'm the guy that writes the Knock 'em Dead job search and career management books. We're going to talk about job interviews today, and one of the very first questions you're going to face. It's an icebreaker. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and it's really important because it sets the tone for your whole interview. In asking that question, the interviewer wants to know if he or she is wasting time talking to you. So you can't ramble. Don't bother to talk about where you went to kindergarten. They want a short, sharp, sweet, and shut up answer that talks about the skills and experiences that brought you here today and reassures them that their time isn't going to be wasted. Now, you can't answer this question effectively without doing a little thought and research. And to help you do that, I'm going to share two things with you. Number one, think back to your first job and the day your boss came up to you and smacked you upside of the head and said, "Hey, Martin, the customer's always right. Don't you get it?" And I remember when it happened to me, and I went, "Duh, yeah, of course." And then the second lesson came, which is just find out what the customer wants, Martin, and sell it to them. And you know, those two lessons have stayed with me for a lifetime. It's I think they probably have with you. And they're lessons that we can apply to this situation. To answer this question right and to ace all our job interviews, one of the first things we have to do is get inside our customer's collective head, find out what they want, and sell it to them. This is easy to do. You've got the answer sitting on your desktop right now. So what I want you to do is just collect half a dozen of those job postings and look for 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 even, for half a dozen job postings, and look for those 4 to 6 requirements that are common to all of them. That's what the interviewer wants to hear about in your answer to this question. And you can talk about your work history in terms of how you've developed these skills over the years. For example, if you're an accountant, you might answer the question this way. You know, I have 15 years experience in accounting, and I rose to my position of a senior accountant, developing skills in accounts payable, accounts receivable, quarterly profit and loss statements, budgeting and compliance. Now, I believe in continuous improvement, and I have to in the accounting field because there's new software and new techniques coming out every day. It's almost a full-time job keeping up with them. But I do invest time every week in staying on top of the trends in my industry, and I pursue ongoing education. Now, this is important because based on my knowledge of the job today, I believe I have the skills and the experience necessary to do this job well for you. And I hope as we get into conversation, I'll be able to show you that I understand the challenges the job presents and how I can identify, prevent, and solve them. Now, if you take that skeleton of an answer and apply it to your profession and your experience and your situation, you're going to give an answer that tells the employer you've got all the basics of the job and their time is going to be well spent. You created a good foundation for the interview and you're off to a fast start. My name's Martin Yate. I'm the Knock 'em Dead guy, and we'll talk some more.